Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Dad Games Badly. We are back here today with more NHL 23 and our Two Ways to Win Draft Glory series featuring the one and only Portland Wolves. Now, we didn't have a good season last year. We did not. It just didn't end up where we wanted to until the very end, in all honesty, when we got the first overall draft pick. So let's take a look at what I've done. So there have been some changes, okay, on defense, at forward, and in goal. So let's take a look here and just see. So Danny Bradley is back. I could only sign him to a 4-year deal and for $1 million more than he wanted. But 4 years is fine. He'll be 37. He should be retiring around that. He's now a 91 or exact elite. Still a solid all-around player, but he is starting to decline quite quickly. After Danny Bradley is the one and only Gaspard Appel. Ernesto Chung rounding out that first line. You'll love to see it. The 33, 29, and 27-year-old. You got Ivan Nestorov anchoring the second line with Ray Jennings and Manny Severson. You've got Marty Hope, Vili Harikala coming back, and Chris McGinn. So our third line that was so good last year is back together. Maxim Sergeyev is back. The one and only Elliot the Italian is back. He played in Tucson last year, 72 points in the AHL. Like, this guy is still so good. So we're bringing him back. He is going to play on the fourth line between Maxime and Dwayne. Haskins is back on that line. So that's the big change there, is the Italian is here. We brought him back now. I did sign him as a free agent, okay? And I know that's not the rules. We are not supposed to be signing people out of free agency. But we drafted him, and I didn't want him to have another year in the AHL somewhere, or not go and then basically go and retire without us knowing. So he is here for the time being. He is only here on a 1-year deal. I think I paid just over $2 million for him, so not too much. Not too much. Now this is the big change. Now I said I was going to get rid of somebody, and they accepted their entry level or their qualifying offer of $5 million. So they are still here. Jaden Nash, Harding, Stanton, Chucko, Ferguson, and Huselius. Yeah. So Stanford is here. Our first-round pick from last year's draft. And in net, of course, we are going with Max Clapperton, the 85 overall, 23-year-old. And Gabe Degg is back in the backup role. We know what he does. We know who he is, so it was just easier to have him around. Down here, Vigier, Snyder, Semenov, Finley, Cook, Flynn, the F line, Flynn, Francis, Finley, Fran Flinley. Anyway, Quinn Mason, Koistitsin, Paterka, Gogol, Smoskowitz, and Yarvinen. Only a few guys aren't ours. I think Smoskowitz, Paterka, and Semenov. And on defense down here, Bykov, Joseph, Rakos, McCann, Jose Jacobs, and Silvergard. And in net, running Robichaux, the medium backup, and medium starter are in Yakimov's going to get a shot this year. All in all, I mean, the team's not much worse than they were last year. If anything, they're very similar to what they were. We have $3 million in cap space only because McCann is down there, and we're paying him $3 million, so eating that. And yeah, we're here to get into the season. Let's take a look at how this team stacks up this year. We were in 86, 87, 85 last year. So 88, 89, 84. So offense and defense have actually gone up. Goaltending down a bit, but that's okay. Our backup is a solid goalie that we've had in our system for quite some time. the veteran. So we did get rid of Blake Wheeler. I'll be completely honest with you. We got really good goaltenders. I moved Blake down to the AHL at first, and then I was just able to replace them with even better players. So I did what I had to do to get us the best coaches, starting off the season with a loss, and then 4 wins in a row. 5, 6 wins in a row. 7, 8, 9 wins in a row. And then finally lose it, 9-1-1. You'll love to see it. And then we continue our winning ways slightly. 11-1-2. 2 weeks into the month, man. We are doing quite well. Another 4 wins in a row. Then 2 losses, 3 losses in a row. That's the big thing. We don't want those losses to pile up as much. Then we beat LA. We lose to Nashville. Can we beat Detroit? We don't have anybody to worry about. We do beat Detroit. So you'd be 17-7-2. Having one of our best seasons of all time. At least starts to the season. 17. Okay, that's 4 wins, 5 losses in a row. Finally win 1, lose 1. I'd like to get more wins, please. Thank you. Lose to the Islanders. Can we beat the Rangers here after Christmas? We do. Don't know about Chicago. We beat them as well. So 22-11-4. That is good for 3rd in our division, but it's close. 40-49. 9 points between 7 and 2. So it honestly could go anywhere at this point. Honestly, looks like Wildcard will be coming over to this side unless the Coyotes, blow things up here in the second half. And we don't need to worry about the East as much because we're not there. Manny Severson with 41 points. Danny Bradley is now a 90 overall. Yeah, I don't even know if he's going to make it the 4 years. Honestly, 34 points. I mean, not terrible, Danny. You're almost a point per game. 32 for Appel and 35 for Chung. 21 or 31 for Nestorov. 25 for Jennings, and 41 with Manny. Love it. Marty Hope only has 13. But in all honesty, look at this 3rd line has kept going from where they were last year. +7, +10, +9. I am really happy with this. Marty Hope with 13 points, Harkala with 17, and 17 out of McGinn. 4 points out of Sergeyev. The Italians got 5. Dwayne Haskins has 6. So 4th line not really doing it as we need them to. Let's take a look down here. Harding with 21. Yeah. I mean, again, Chucko seems to be the problem. Huselius and Stanley Ferguson. Stanley Ferguson with 11 points and a +16 in 14.5 minutes of ice time. I mean, you're doing better than Chucko with 21 minutes of ice time. I wish I could move Chucko down, and it did not cause these kind of problems. Okay, we're going to run this. We're going to give Ferguson somebody to play with. Chucko's moving down, man. If he's not going to be there, he's got 1 year left, and he's not going to get re-signed next year. It's unfortunate. He's a solid player, but he's just been pretty shit lately. Clappy has had decent numbers. Dag has been there when we needed him to be, you absolute beauty. Let's go down here. I mean, both goalies have been doing pretty well. Vigier and Snyder, just shy of 30 points, both of them. Flynn's not doing too bad. Cook, that 2nd line, Finley could be better. 3rd line's doing decent. 4th line's alright. And then defensively, I'm sure they're fine. Yeah, they're definitely okay. I'm not ever really worried about the Huskies. They know what they're doing in Alaska. We built a really good AHL team down there every year. So we will go on until after the trade deadline, and hopefully these wins can keep coming. They didn't start right away, but we got 2. 4 losses on the month, 4 wins on the month. 5 losses, 5 wins, 6 wins, 2 more games, win, beat Tampa. I mean, honestly, with this record and the way we've been playing, I don't see us missing out on a playoff spot, but it is going to be close because this division is so close. 3 losses in a row, followed by 3 wins in a row. 2 losses. Beat Boston, please. Nope. Can we beat Calgary at least? Nope. Got a pity point, though. Considered a buyer. Continue simming. And 35, 21, and 7. But I don't know if you saw there, 75 to 77. So, like, the Canucks could move up. We could drop down. 10 points ahead of us. And in the Central, it looks like we're okay. Like, we're 9 points ahead of the Stars. And they are really worried about 3rd place. Everybody else is kind of poo-poo at this point. So, not really too concerned. Danny Bradley has 48, 53, 55, 49. I mean, Manny's been great. I think, honestly, Manny gets the shot up there, and we're going to do that. Marty, 25 points, 30... or 29 points, 25 points, 10, 11, and 13. I was really hoping the Italian would be more than he has been, but I'd rather him be here than losing him and not noticing. I mean, Chucko's turned things around there. I'm sorry, but if the only person having issues right now is Brandon Stanton, I'm not too concerned. Ferguson has 15 points, but a plus 13. Obviously not going to win Player of the Year, Defenseman of the Year, Rookie of the Year, but that's okay. Kloppy's numbers have not been great. A little worrisome. A little worrisome. Not going to make any changes. Just going to leave it as is. Everybody, other than the one. Danny Bradley's slowly sliding down our lineup, it looks like. Let's get some wins here in the win column. More wins than losses would be preferable. Central Scouting. Come on. 43. Come on, beat Montreal? No. It's not even over yet. We got to go one more day. We just made the playoffs. Just 97 points. Canucks had more wins than us, but we had those overtime losses that really propelled us. And in the Central, like, they weren't even close to getting us. Yikes. Red Wings. I mean, it's the best team in the league is the Kings this year. Very good. Very good. Let's go ahead and look at where everybody stacks up. We know we'll be facing LA at this point. So, Florida, Carolina, Tampa, Montreal, Pittsburgh, New York, Boston, Detroit. Ottawa didn't make it. And neither... Why is it this way every time when I go over it and I don't notice? So LA, Anaheim, Florida, Calgary, St. Louis, Carolina, Nashville, Seattle, Tampa, Portland, number 10. Or not number 11, but technically 10. Vancouver didn't make it. Pittsburgh did. New York did. Dallas did. Colorado didn't. Boston did. Detroit did. And the worst team in the league this year, Winnipeg. Philly and Toronto did not get better. So they were on the bottom last year as well. Point-wise, who are we looking to? I mean, Severson and Bradley did what they should have done. Appel and Chung were just shy. Nesterov was 65. He's definitely hitting it. Jennings just. Harry Calla at 35. Hope McGinn all over 30 points again. Haskins, Italian, and Sergeyev under 20. So not exactly where I want them to be, but not far off. Like Haskins and the Italian, pretty close. Sergeyev, maybe not so much, but probably won't be here much longer. Defensively, Ash, Harding, Stanton, Huselius, Ferguson at 19, Chucko. I mean, that's really good for a rookie. 19 points as a defenseman, playing third/second pairing minutes. What were your minutes tonight? 17. So yeah, you were my number 6 or 5 guy. Obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just slightly under Checo. And goalies, did they pick it up at the end? Clappy started to turn it around. Dag as well. Not great, Dag, but we know you're kind of clutch in the playoffs, so if we have to go to you, we will. And yeah, it looks like we are going to be moving on to the playoffs to face the one, the only LA Kings. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at what those lines look like. Greg Pecker, Matt Zeeler, Jay Bonino, Reed Carter, Henry Joslin, Callie Hagelin, Jakob Trinka, Quinn Byfield is an 82 at 37, Jose Cruz, Bobby Yang, Cliff Corrado, and Parker Ferentz. I mean, that's a good team. Defensively, Beauregard, Harris, Guit, Erickson, Flaherty, and Cashman. Okay, so we're better defensively. They're better offensively, 100%. This is where it matters. Goal, Vorobyov, and Hood. Will Hood, former guy we let go, turned into a solid player. Did you ever play for us, Willie? You did not. I don't think you got signed in your draft. After UFA, I'm sorry. I mean, your numbers weren't great, and they haven't been great either, so I don't think you would have grown quite as good here, where we are. Honestly, I think our defense is way better. We'll take a quick look here. We'll take a look again in the next episode, just as a refresher. 88, 90, 84. Yeah, they're a 95 offense. Oh, my God. Well, this will be either a quick one or a drawn-out 7-game series, and maybe we push through. Jalen Esch is now our best player on the team. Danny Bradley the king has fallen. Do y'all remember when we got Danny? I was so happy. The greatest day of our lives in this series. To get a legit franchise player as early as we did. 3 seasons in, like our first 2 drafts were not good for for two-way players. Like they were just not. What was it? Gortz, he was there. He was a solid middle 6 guy for us when we won a cup. And Cam Allen in year 2. Again, solid second pairing guy for us during our cup run. But they just weren't Danny Bradley. And Danny Bradley has always been there. Always, always been there. Obviously, he turned it around this season. Much better than last season. His worst season with us was 58 points, I believe. Just trying to see if he had. So 54 points in his rookie year, which is, what you're looking for. And then 79, 84, 70, 76, 79, 95 the year before we won. A point per game the year we won the playoffs. We won the cup. 86 points, 79. He has played 1,312 games for us, 501 goals, 735 assists for 1,236 points. Career 11.2% shooting percentage, less than 1,000 PIMs. And honestly, power play points, 268 comparison. That's basically like just over a fifth of his points on the power play. So he's an even a 5-on-5 point producer for us. Honestly, I'm going to be very, very upset when Danny leaves us. But that time is coming, folks. So we must prepare Let's take a look at the record book, because we looked at it for the NHL last time, but not for ourselves. Let's go ahead and find those Portland Wolves. Points, Danny Bradley. Seasons, Danny Bradley. Assists, Danny Bradley. Games played, minutes played, or penalty minutes. Shutouts go to Dag. Wins go to Dag. Goals go to Danny Bradley. Yeah. So it's just Danny Bradley. Penalty minutes of all time, though, Oliver Klotz. Peyton Roach with the most shutouts. So they are definitely there for us. In a season, Dwayne Haskins for games played. Marian Studenik of all time. Would have been the first person, I guess, whoever to. Gabe Dag, Peyton Roach with most shutouts in a season with 8. Penalty minutes, Klotz with 199. Danny Bradley, 43. Danny Bradley beat his goals record this year, 43 goals, his best ever. 95 points. Or 95 points, yeah, so currently, back then, assists go to Jalen Esch with 60. Wins go to Peyton Roach with 38 in a season. Rookie career, Stanley Ferguson. Current rookie this year, Jalen Esch, so 34 assists in his rookie year. Peyton Roach, 3 assists in his rookie year. Ivan Nesterov, most goals in his rookie year, 26. You'll love to see that. Peyton Roach is our wins leader, and Danny Bradley is our points leader with 54. And I believe he won Rookie of the Year that year. Maybe not. And in a game, Hunter Jones, most saves. Gaspard Appel, most assists, 5 in a game. Points in a game go to Manny, and goals in a game also go to Manny. 2 different seasons, though, if you notice that. Most goals was in 34, and this year, most points. Love it. So we're going to leave it here, folks. We will be coming into a playoff episode next time. Went, again, from being bottom of the league to a playoff spot. So who knows what could happen. The last time this happened, we won. We won it all. So you never know. We just got needed a little bit of hope pack. And I appreciate all of you one more time for coming and hanging out. Much love to all you, fam. Bye-bye.